Hey everyone, Shabby here, and welcome back to another episode of our SWE Universe Mode. We are here with an adrenaline special here this evening, and as you can tell by the title of this show, you know exactly what option Matt Sydal has picked. Tonight, we'll crown a brand new Cruiserweight champion in a tournament, while Matt Sydal faces off against Bobby Roode for the Adrenaline Championship. And here we go then with the first match of the evening. The first two guys that NJPW has decided to put in this Cruiserweight Championship tournament. We have a Kushida here. I'm not quite sure if this is as good as the other Kushida we had, but if you saw yesterday's episode, you will know that we had some big problems with the Kushida. It had a rather dodgy looking glitch. So hopefully this one is going to work a little bit better for us. Well, it hasn't got the glitch for a start, but I'm not 100% sure on the face. The attire looks okay, but the face looks a little bit out. But while that other one is as glitchy as it is, we're going to have to settle for this Kushida, which isn't that bad actually when you look at it, in fairness. It's not that bad at all. So the way this tournament's going to work is we're going to have 4 first round singles matches. And then later on this evening we'll have a fatal 4-way elimination match to crown our brand new Cruiserweight champion. Now, if you did miss yesterday's show, essentially what we've done is we offered Matt Sydal the chance to be in this tournament. We gave him 3 options basically. NJPW said to him, right, you can either be in the tournament and prove that you're the best Cruiserweight. You can have the night off and defend your Cruiserweight Championship against the winner of the tournament. Or, option C, you can vacate the Cruiserweight Championship for a shot at Bobby Roode here this evening for the Adrenaline Championship. And this tournament will be to create a new Cruiserweight champion. That is what option Matt Sydal picks. So later on we see Matt Sydal versus Bobby Roode for the Adrenaline Championship. And start things off in this very first match of round number 1. It's going to be Mr. Lio Rush versus Kushida. Now that is an incredible match by itself, to be honest. We do have 4 first round matches. Like I said, I'm not going to tell you what the matches are though. I know some people like to be surprised. If you are that concerned and really want to know, then I'm sure it'll be down in the description below, but I wouldn't dip down there unless you really want to know, because there might be a surprise or two in there for you. That's all I'm going to say. All I'm going to say. So there is going to be 6 matches in tonight's show. So we've got the 4 first round matches, we've got the Adrenaline Championship match, and then of course that main event will be the final of the Cruiserweight Championship. We could have 2 brand new champions here this evening for Adrenaline, and a nice little handshake there between the two. Showing some respect. That's a new one for Lio Rush, isn't it? Yes, we could see 2 brand new champions here this evening, and we've only got 1 more episode of Adrenaline before we hit another pay-per-view, so it could be new champions galore over the next couple of weeks. And of course, the winner of this tournament here this evening will probably go up to end. Will probably end up going on to defend their championship at the pay-per-view in a couple of weeks' time as well. And of course, the winner of Bobby Roode and Matt Sydal will definitely go on to defend their championship at that pay-per-view. You can't have a pay-per-view without a championship match, unless you've got Brock Lesnar as your champion, I suppose. But you know. So I don't think anyone... This isn't spoilers, technically. I think only Kushida in this tournament has been a Cruiserweight champion in the past. And of course, that was over on Octane in Season 2. Apart from that, these are all brand new guys. So if Kushida does not win this tournament, we're going to have a brand new person. Somebody who's never been a Cruiserweight champion before. Oh. Lio Rush up on the top. There's heavy rumours going around at the moment, you know, that Lio Rush has left WWE already. He has removed every single reference to WWE from his Twitter page. Nothing has been announced as of yet. But, yeah, it's interesting. It is interesting. We'll have to wait and see how that one goes. I would, as much as I feel like he might be very young and stupid, and may deserve it, I don't think that it would be that right to sack somebody based on 1 single tweet, unless there's more stuff going on backstage that we don't know about from references I've seen over the past. Well, but basically when Lio Rush did the whole tweet thing, I saw quite a lot of references from other wrestlers across the indie scene that sort of show their disregard for the attitude of Lio Rush. So maybe he's been having the same attitude issues within WWE. You never know, and that might be one of the reasons why. But it's interesting. Pin there was only a 1 count. No, it was a 2 count. Okay. So I'm flicking between my screens again, making sure that my recording's still going, because I actually ran out of memory on my computer yesterday. I know that always bugs it up. Right, should be alright. I got 36 gigabytes free, but should be okay for this video. There's the Kimura sort of armbar and into another armbar. Kushida now lines up. Lio Rush, this could be Kushida getting himself into our main event here this evening. Oh, what a massive right hand Lio Rush has dropped. Kushida stalking Rush. Takes him up. Oh, look at that packaged brainbuster. There's the pin by Kushida. Referee so slowed down as normal. 1, 2, and no. Lio Rush is kicked out. Kushida in firm control. It's like, look at that show of disrespect there, actually just kicking Rush over now. Kushida up, dropping the clotheslines, catching the boot, spinning heel kick, knocking Lio Rush down to the ground. And now looking for that armbar. Rush is close to the ropes, but I don't think he can quite reach it from that angle. But Rush is able to escape. And a couple of stiff right hands right in the face. And then a nice ace crusher there by Lio Rush. If Lio Rush turns this one around and gets the victory, that would be a hell of a turnaround, really, considering what's happened recently. Kushida escaping the head scissors. Rush rolling back up to his feet. Kushida catching him now with the French shots. We now take them over. Nice. Stalking him once again. And again, that package brainbust, this time hooking the legs. But too close to the ropes. Kushida up on the middle ropes. Waiting for Lio Rush to get back up to his feet. Nice diving knee strike. Wow. Elbow in the gut there by Rush, though. Big right hand in the face of Kushida into a backstabber. Only a 2 count, though. But I just feel like Kushida's given out a lot more damage so far. If Kushida was to stay down, I'd be quite surprised, to be honest. Kushida now, nice Hurricanrana, taking Rush down. There's the pin once again by Kushida. It's not going to be enough though, is it? Nope. Enough of the 2. Nice head scissors by Kushida, but Rush managing to slide out. Nice stiff clothesline. Rush up on the middle rope. Taunting the crowd, catching Kushida with that boot. But Kushida catching Rush, but Rush able... No, I thought it was the Rush was slide the back there, but Kushida dropped him in the snake eyes. And Kushida now lining Rush up once again. There's that stiff right hand. Now remember, Kushida is actually the MMA fighter as well. A lot of you might not know that, actually. So those big strikes are probably something he's quite good at. There's the Salida del Sol. Straight into the pin. Didn't hook the legs for some reason. I thought he might have gone for the hook the legs. It's still only a 2 count. Wow. If this match is any judge by what tonight is going to be like, we're going to have an outstanding night for you. Rush now with Kushida up on his shoulders. Into an F5. Wow. Into the pin by Lio Rush. 1, 2, Only a 2 count. And remember, of course, on Adrenaline yesterday, Kushida had a massive victory, didn't he? No, he didn't. He lost. Okay, I'll take it back. Kushida lost to Shibata. Is that a frog splash there by... I think that's Lio Rush's finisher, the frog splash. Referee. 1, 2... And no, only a 2 count if the referee had got down at the right time. Like he probably should have done. Rather than just... really... just being bloody slow and awful. They've got to do something with the referees in this game because they are pretty damn bad. There's that package brainbuster once again by Kushida. Hook in the leg. Surely this time it's going to be a... No! What? Holy crap. What is it going to take? Diving, springboard, elbow. What is it going to take for this to finish? I'm just... This match, I tell you, this booming match, oh, Kushida showing a little bit of an aggressive, cocky side in this match. Rush fighting back though, taking Kushida up on his shoulders into a Death Valley driver. We're showing an incredible amount of moves from both these guys. Still only a 2 count, it's crazy. Kushida slides out the head scissors once again into a Hurricanrana, taking Rush down. I don't know what Kushida's going to have to do though. He's hit his package brainbuster 3 times. Maybe the armbar will be enough. Maybe he's going to get the tap out victory. And he does. Kushida finally gets the victory via tap out against Lio Rush. And Kushida goes into our main event of the evening. That fatal 4-way to crown the brand new Cruiserweight champion. But take a bow, Lio Rush. You've really done well here this evening. But remember, a special is classed as a pay-per-view. So this was worth double points. So Kushida's going to get plus 10. And, of course, Lio Rush is actually going to get minus 10 here this evening. So it's going to be a bad night for those that get knocked out in the first round. But the winner of tonight's show is really going to be escalated right up to the top of that rankings, really. And there we go then. Kushida is victorious in match number 1 of the evening. He is going on to our main event, which is a fatal 4-way elimination match. Remember that. For the Cruiserweight champion here on Adrenaline. This is going to be a great night. If this first match is anything to go by, we're in for a cracker. And here we go with match number 2 of the evening. Who will be joining Kushida in that fatal 4-way? First up, we have got for you Desmond, Xavier. Some people, I don't understand with some people on this. It's so simple. It gives you 2 separate lines. If his name doesn't fit on one line, split it across both. Don't put half his name on one side and half on the other. That's just stupid. I don't know. Some people. Some bloody people. Right. So Desmond Xavier, that had an awesome. He's had an awesome. He's had a decent start so far. Did he get? No, he had a really good match against Lio Rush in week number 1, which didn't go necessarily to plan. It was pretty good, don't be wrong, but of course he came out on the losing side, which is a little bit disappointing for him. But still, he really did show a fantastic side of himself. And tonight could be a fantastic chance for him to push on and maybe pick up a victory. But he will be facing off against the newest member of the Adrenaline roster. Somebody who's had a couple of opportunities already to join a show. And finally, PJTV has given him the contract. And that man, of course, is Rey Mysterio. Oh. It was good, wasn't it? But then my phone's updating in the background, and it's just started Pokemon Go up, which is good, isn't it? I literally just got back and put the Wi-Fi on, and my phone's just started mass updating all the apps like it normally does when you hit the Wi-Fi. Why is it... I've never seen it start a app on its own before. I don't really know. I think my phone's broken, to be honest. But this is a really good Rey Mysterio, isn't it? It's a bit of a shame we've taken so long to use him, I suppose. But it's the way it is, I suppose, isn't it? Can only use certain people. We missed him off the draft. I think the reason he was missed off the draft, I'll let into a little bit of a backstage secret here. I think the reason we missed off the draft was because me and PJW had a bit of a cock-up, to be honest. We essentially had the Carnage roster planned out already, and I'd scheduled for Rey Mysterio to go to Carnage because I just really strongly remember the Rey Mysterio versus Juventud. I was about to say I really strongly remember. I can't remember who it was. Was it Juventud? The Falls Count Anywhere match or the Last Man? I can't remember now. I vaguely remember that, not strongly remember. Rey Mysterio in a Last Man Standing match or a Falls Count Anywhere match against, I think it was Juventud Guerrera in ECW, and that's what I was trying to play on. Before the draft, PJW said, no, let's not have him on Carnage, let's put him in the draft, because it'd be really good somewhere else. Which is what we did. We took him away from Carnage and forgot to add him into the draft. So that's why Rey Mysterio was left a little bit later on. But he has had opportunities. He was part of Mystery Vortex. He was part of Money in the Bank as well. Was unsuccessful in both of those matches. Of course, losing to El Generico at Mystery Vortex, which led to El Generico getting the contract at Octane. And then he was unsuccessful at Money in the Bank, which is easy to be done. There's 6 people in a ladder match. It's very, very difficult to get the victory, isn't it? So yeah, that's why we've got Rey still as a free agent, and obviously PJ Toby's really taken advantage here. Realised that he has a great opportunity to really strengthen his cruiserweight division. That's exactly what he's done. Well, that was perfect timing, wasn't it? Me saying about how he's really strengthened the cruiserweight division, and he goes and misses a bloody simple splash like that. Nice knee DDT there by Mysterio. Rey now. Nice Hurricanrana face first into the ground again. Desmond Xavier. There's the snapmare now. Locking in a reverse chin lock, just slowing the match down a little bit. Which is a good thing really for Rey, because it just allows him to catch his breath a little bit. Because Rey's style is very gung-ho. It's very all-out, it's very action-packed. And every now and again you just need to back down a little bit and just take a few moments to get things right. Plan your next course of offense. That's exactly what Desmond Xavier is doing here. Big boot in the back of Rey Mysterio. So like I said as well earlier on, this is a double points pay-per-view. So the winner of all the matches, well, the winner of the singles match is going to get 10 points. Of course, as will Bobby Roode if he wins the championship match. If Bobby Roode loses the championship match, of course he loses the ranking points and also loses the extra ranking points for losing the title. It's -10 for losing a match at a pay-per-view. But of course the winner of the Fatal 4-Way Elimination match is going to get a huge amount of points. It's normally 20, but you're going to get 40 because it's double. And then you're also going to get an extra 50 for winning the championship. So the winner of tonight's main event... Oh my god! Rey actually got somebody on the ropes. Oh my god, it's a 619. I've not seen this in years because Rey's never hit it properly. There's the splash as well. That could be enough. There's the pin. 1, 2... Oh, it's only a 2. Oh, Desmond, you ruined it. Desmond. That is the first time in 2 years on this game that Rey Mysterio has actually hit the 619, because he could never get the Hurricanrana to land on the ropes. I'm happy, actually. We got to see it. We got to see the big maneuver. Vintage Rey Mysterio. Xavier with the reverse DDT. So I went quiet there for a second. I was taking a sip of beer. Xavier sending Rey face first into the turnbuckle. Spins around. And this really does show this year how strong the cruiserweight divisions are. If PJ Toby can put on a show with 8 cruiserweights, and you'll know by the end of the night yourself how good these cruiserweights are. If PJ Toby can put this on for solely one brand, you've got to remember I've got some really good cruiserweights over on Octane as well. We've got the cruiserweights over on Carnage. So I really think this year's King of the Cruiserweights tournament is going to be a lot bigger, a lot stronger, and worth a lot more points as well for the winner. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Right, there's the pin by Desmond Xavier. And it's not quite enough. It's only a 2 count, but it was bloody close. Bloody close. if you excuse my French. Xavier now springboard 450 on Rey Mysterio. Now into the head scissors, a few elbows right in the forehead of Rey. And Rey was in firm control of this match for quite some time, but now Xavier taking that position. Xavier now, ooh, went for maybe a drop kick or a hurricane or whatever it was, but Rey caught him with the drop toe hold. Now Rey heading up top. Is he going to go frog splash maybe? No, he went with leg drop, but Desmond and Xavier saw it happening and wandered straight past him. Xavier now hoisting Rey up to the top into that Frankenstein. Amazing Frankenstein, able to jump that high as well. And Desmond Xavier has just defeated Rey Mysterio here. Wow. I was saying watch out for Xavier. He's looking pretty good, and he just proved me perfectly correct there with a victory. And Desmond Xavier joins Kushida in our main event, the Fatal 4-Way Elimination. Wow. And Rey Mysterio back up to his feet. Desmond Xavier here really is making a lot of friends in SWE, isn't he? We saw the handshake with Lio Rush a few weeks back, and now a handshake there from Rey Mysterio. Rey showing them some really good, really nice work there by Rey. Obviously putting over the younger talent and giving him the respect he deserved at the end of the match as well. So there we go. Rey Mysterio has been eliminated in the first round. Wow, Rey's had a terrible time so far in this universe, but hasn't he? He's really struggling at every single opportunity. But let's see who's going to be the next person joining Kushida and Desmond Xavier in our main event. My chair's really squeaky, isn't it? And here we go, the match number 3 of the evening. First out is going to be Trevor Lee. I'm not sure on this Trevor Lee, to be honest with you. I'm not 100% sure. So I think the tyre-wise is on, but you can't really get black trunks and black boots wrong, really, can you, I suppose? If you look at it that way. Just googling a picture of Trevor Lee now. I know what he looks like, and the beard is more... Okay, but the face is just not there, is it? Okay. See if I can find the new one. You'd think, yeah, with the face scan now, you'd think they'd be able to get a Trevor Lee pretty easily, wouldn't you? You really would. And his opponent is going to be one and only himself, King Ricochet. Is he just dabbed? That's it. I want Ricochet to lose now. Can't be. Can he be doing with the dab? That is just not right. I'm not happy. This is going to be great, though. This is the first time I've seen Ricochet so far in this universe mode. I think it's been difficult to find a good Ricochet. I'm not going to lie to you. Ricochet's been a tricky one. It's been a bit of a Ricochet, you know. That was terrible. I apologise profusely for that. But we have finally found a new one now. I'm just struggling because I've not seen Ricochet wrestle that much this year, I must admit. And the fact that he's now bald is just confusing the life out of me, I must admit. But this is very good. I can tell it's very good. The face is right. The tattoos are spot on as well. The coat is good. The coat is perfect. The coat is exactly what he wears. But I just wish I wish it worked a bit better. Right, here we go then. Ricochet versus Trevor Lee for a chance to join, of course, Desmond Xavier and Kushida in our main event here this evening. And of course, it's definitely worth going for that Cruiserweight Championship now because you see guys like, for example, guys like What am I trying to say here? Ricochet, that's what I'm thinking of. Guys like Ricochet are the sort of people that maybe would try and bypass the Cruiserweight Championship, maybe go a little bit higher up. But now they know that Option C has been made... What was that? That was a weird chop, wasn't it? Now they know that Option C has been made a option for Matt Sydal. They're thinking to themselves, you know what, if I get the Cruiserweight Championship, maybe PJ Tovey would allow me to cash in Option C. So maybe that's one of the reasons why the likes of Rey Mysterio and Ricochet are involved. Because Rey Mysterio and Ricochet could quite easily go for a bigger championship, in fairness to, well, maybe not Rey Mysterio based on recent results of matches that he's been in. Yeah, definitely could be higher up. Ricochet could go main event championship quite easily. So it's interesting to see that they are going for this belt now. But it is quite a prestigious belt, I suppose, if you look at it. Any belt in SWE is very prestigious. We try and make sure that all the belts are given some sort of prestige, because I like the New Japan way of doing things. Every single championship in New Japan is very, very well fought for, and is very highly prestigious to hold a belt in New Japan. Even though they've got a lot more belts than WWE, they all seem like they're just worth a lot more. And I like that. Don't get me wrong, some belts are very prestigious, but they're still lower card belts. And I think it's really good. I think with the Cruiserweight division as well, the championship is probably defined prestige-wise by the champion. If Ricochet was the champion, I dare say his matches would be a lot higher up the card than maybe, no offence to some of the other guys, but if Desmond and Xavier won the belt, I think he might be a bit earlier in the card. If Ricochet won the belt, then he might be a bit later in the card in defending the championships. I think the Cruiserweight belt is definitely one that would definitely flow depending on the owner of the belt at that point in time. Which is similar to what's happened in the past in some cases. You've seen it with like the Intercontinental and the United States Championships over the last few years, haven't you? When you have high-ranking people holding those belts, like when John Cena held the United States Championship, that belt was taking main event slots away from the WWE Championship because it was held by a more superior name, I suppose they look at it. But I want to make sure that every single championship is worth something, and every single championship is a belt that people want in SWE. Not like in other companies where it's just a bit of a... It's a bit of nice jewellery that sits around your waist, but it doesn't really mean that much. Nice, there's that running, spinning crossbody thingy. And Trevor Lee here stalking Ricochet. And there is that exact same Fisherman's brainbuster that saw Kushida win the match earlier on. But Ricochet was able to kick out on the 2. Ricochet tripping Trevor Lee over. Now bringing him back up to his feet. Heel kick in the gut. And Lee there with a snapmare now. Hooking in the chin lock on Ricochet. Slowly getting back up to his feet now. Ricochet, I've seen this before. This is the combination, the Northern Light suplex, rolling it through. Deadlifts him up into a suplex as well. Ricochet is an incredible performer because he's incredibly agile. He's incredibly agile, and of course hitting some fantastic high-fly maneuvers like the 630 senton. But then he just showed there his absolute brute strength. He is really the all-round package. Ricochet now taking Trevor Lee up, sit out powerbomb. And look where Trevor Lee is positioned. But no, Ricochet not deciding to go for the 630. Evidently that's why, because Trevor Lee was playing possum on the ground. Ricochet may have seen that, gets caught in the gutbuster by Trevor Lee. Lee now bringing Ricochet back up, but Ricochet fighting back with the arm drag, but now Lee fighting back with the knee in the gut, and both these guys are so back and forth at the moment. There's the pin by Trevor Lee, only a 1 count. Wow, Ricochet really showing off there. Trevor Lee now up on the middle rope, stalking Ricochet, double axe handle, taking him down. Now boot in the back of the leg. While Lee bringing Ricochet back up to a kneeling base. Trevor Lee got planned here, just draping Ricochet on the middle rope, but Ricochet managed to break free. Ricochet again taking Trevor Lee up. Trevor Lee able to fight free from another powerbomb position. Now catching Ricochet with a boot in the gut, takes him up. Oh, suplex powerbomb. Lovely move, I do like that move. Hit its owner for a 2 count. Trevor Lee now bringing Ricochet back up to his feet once again. Mechanoko driver-ish. Maybe not quite. Trevor Lee now catching the leg of Ricochet once again. Into that package brainbuster. And oh, I was about to say Trevor Lee had won, but Ricochet kicked out on the brink of 3 once again. Ricochet catching Trevor Lee with a right hand in the gut. Now into the far corner. Ricochet just staring at the back of the head of Trevor Lee. Always a very effective manoeuvre. I'm just going to stare at the back of your head for a bit if that's alright. I hope you do mind. Just going to stare at the back of your head. God, the guy upstairs is very loud. There it is, the Northern Lights into the vertical suplex combination. But Ricochet does not go for the move. We've not seen the 630 yet. Up on the shoulders. Oh, nice. Ah, maybe we are going to see it now as Ricochet heads up top. Trevor Lee's perfectly positioned. 630 sent on. 1, 2... and no! Holy guacamole. Yep, I said holy guacamole. I'm a bit stunned there, I must admit. I'm a little bit stunned. Still only a 2 count. It stuns me sometimes just how well these people last. I'm seeing some just incredible action that would finish me off. I'd have no chance of getting up from half of these maneuvers. But both these guys so desperate to get that opportunity at the Cruiserweight Championship and also, like we've said before, the possibility of getting that option C again potentially in the future. And Trevor Lee now stalking Ricochet once again. There's that package brainbuster hook in the legs, which is so good because it... Oh, Ricochet's arm maybe. Oh, Ricochet's arm was looking like it was underneath the ropes, but it doesn't matter because Trevor Lee has got the 3 count, and Trevor Lee is joining Kushida and Desmond Xavier in that main event here this evening. Another surprising win for me. In all fairness, another surprising victory. I thought Ricochet might have had this one, and... Oh, Trevor Lee, what's going through your head here? Oh, Trevor Lee just stomping on Ricochet. Referee trying to pull Trevor Lee away, which he finally does do. But it's just insult to injury there by Trevor. That's a terrible Trevor Lee, isn't it? Insult to injury by Trevor Lee, and Ricochet has himself a new enemy here. And here we go, our 4th and final first round match in this Cruiserweight tournament to crown our brand new Cruiserweight champion here on Adrenaline. Of course, we've already got Kushida, we've got Desmond Xavier, and we've got Trevor Lee in that final already. But who will be joining them here for match number 4? The first entrant, as you can see on your screen right now, is Cedric Alexander. Surprised he hasn't won the Cruiserweight Championship in WWE so far, to be honest. He is a top-class athlete, and he took a massive risk in refusing to sign a new deal with Ring of Honor, and it paid off, and he's now wrestling on Raw. I bet a lot of people sort of thought to themselves, nah, he's never going to do it, is he? He's never going to make it. No offense to him, that's just the way it is in WWE. When you're a small man, a very small man, when you're a small man, you don't generally get much opportunity within WWE because of Vince's fetishes. But it is still pretty good. I'm happy with Cedric. He lost a chunk of time due to injury, didn't he? But he's really starting to show himself a bit more now. And Cedric is one of those guys that I anticipate if the Cruiserweight Championship goes dead and there's nothing to it and we end up getting rid of it, then Cedric Alexander is definitely someone that I can see being able to suit other parts of the business, like Intercontinental or United States Championships. And here we go then, his opponent tonight, Cedric Alexander's opponent tonight, then is going to be Low Ki. Now, Low Ki made his debut on Adrenaline yesterday and really showed an incredible side of himself, defeating Samoa Joe in the main event of last night's show. If he can get a victory here, he's going to be really packing some serious momentum and some serious ranking points as well. Of course, he gets 10 points for winning yesterday's main event. A win here in the first round will be another 10 points. And winning the championship, wow. If he won the championship, Low Ki could potentially go very, very close to being top of the rankings. Which would be a hell of a start to times in SWE for him, wouldn't it? And you just would not put it past him, would you? He's that sort of guy who could pull it off. Sounded rude, didn't it? So Low Ki versus Cedric Alexander for that 4th and final place in the main event here this evening. And straight away, Cedric taking Low Ki down with a complete shot. Or the flatliner, if you... I always call that the complete shot. I've always called it the stroke, because wasn't that... Isn't that... It's not though, is it? I always forget. The stroke is Jeff Jarrett's finisher maneuver, which I'm pretty sure is the same thing. The complete shot is what it's called on the game, moveset-wise. But I think the more standard name for this is the flatliner. I'm pretty sure it's flatliner. So Cedric actually doing really well here. And if Cedric can pull off this victory against Low Ki, who did have a massive win yesterday, and it would be unfortunate if Low Ki were to get knocked out first round here, it would negate the points that he earned yesterday in that tournament, which would be very disappointing for him, to be honest. Cedric, though... Oh, work. I do like that little combination. I like that combination a lot, actually. Cedric now hopping over the ropes, as you do. But Low Ki caught him out there with a Hurricanrana. Low Ki once again bringing Cedric back up to his feet. There's the snapmare. And after this match, we do have the big one. We have Bobby Roode defending his Adrenaline Championship against Matt Sydal, the former Cruiserweight Champion, who cashed in the belt for this match here this evening. So it's going to be very interesting to see if he can pull it off. Low Ki now dragging Alexander along. Now catch him there with the lion salt. Low Ki taking Cedric up. Cedric catching Low Ki with a knee in the head from that suplex position. Oh, nice. Low Ki taking Cedric down. Chop right across the chest, and Cedric coming back with that right hand in the guts. Now Cedric taking Low Ki up. He's got the leg hook, but no, Low Ki rolls it through into a quick roll-up. One. Only one, and Cedric rolls it through. Two. Oh, Cedric almost stole it there. I don't think Cedric really wants to be trading strikes with Low Ki, because I don't think that's a fight he's ever going to win, as Low Ki now locking in the guillotine choke. Which is technically a choke, I suppose, but it's more of a submission, I suppose. Oh, and you see Cedric is able to reverse it now, lifting Low Ki up and dropping him down hard. Nice spinning neck breaker there by Cedric Alexander on Low Ki. Bringing Low Ki back up to his feet. Gets on the back. Oh, nice. Started off into a dragon suplex position before dropping Low Ki flat on his face. And now Cedric taunting the crowd rather than potentially going for more aggression. If I was Cedric, I'd be keeping my full attention on Low Ki, to be honest. Especially after that win that Loki had against Samoa Joe, like I said yesterday. Cedric now Northern Lights suplex. Now stalking Loki. One lumbar check could be enough to finish this match off, you know. But it's a brainbuster there by Cedric Alexander. And instead of going for the pin, it's a drop of a boot right in the face of Loki. I managed to get around that slight slip of the tongue there, didn't I? You know, didn't even notice me buggering that up, did you? Loki now slamming Cedric face first into the ropes. Now looking for that sliced bread. Go for a pin. No, he's not going for it. He's going to go for the double foot stomp, is he? If he hits this, then it could all be over. He lines it up. He hits it. There's the pin. 1, 2, and no! Wow. Wow, tonight. Tonight has just been out there, hasn't it? Oh, the matches tonight have been incredible, haven't they, really? I'm very, very impressed by what I've seen. Loki now with that step up, spring up, whatever you want to call it. Crossbody, but Cedric catching him out. Into a running neck breaker. Brings Loki back up to his feet. Gets on the back again, dropping him face first. Cedric now with a pin. 1, 2, and oh, I need a 2 count. Cedric can't believe it. But this could be all. There was a 2 count already. Now Cedric lines up. Loki into a lumbar check. And I think that could be his check right into tonight's main event. No. He's going to go for a lion salt first. Why didn't he go for the pin straight off the lumbar check? That's his finisher maneuver. Oh, I thought Cedric Alexander had this one won now, and he might have lost his opportunity. He might have wasted his opportunity now as Loki taking Cedric up into a suplex roll straight into a pin. Referee so slowed down once again. They're turning there for a 2 count over Cedric. Loki now just dragging his fist right across the face of Cedric before bringing him back up to his feet. Now getting the back into... Oh, look, it was a neck breaker. They just sort of span him round into a face buster on his knee. Loki once again up top. Looking for that double foot stomp once again. Boom, hits it. Into the pin. 1, 2, and 3. Loki, Trevor Lee, Desmond Xavier, and Kushida are our main event. I think I got... Oh no, I think I got that a little bit wrong. I expected Loki, I expected Kushida, but I wasn't expecting Trevor Lee or Desmond Xavier. And a handshake again here. A lot of respect being shown by the Cruiserweights. Well, apart from Trevor Lee, obviously. And here we go then. This is the night that Matt Sydal cashed in his Cruiserweight Championship solely for this opportunity against Bobby Roode for the Adrenaline Championship. But how will Matt Sydal get on against the champion who... This is his first defense. He only won the belt back at Shabby Mania at the end of Season 2. This is his first championship defense. But of course, if he is successful here, he's going to have to make another one in a couple of weeks' time at the first Adrenaline pay-per-view as well. So this could be a very, very busy time for Bobby Roode. Or it might not be. It could be Matt Sydal's very busy time. And there he is. At Find Evan. Where is Evan? Who knows? Matt Sydal. It's a pretty good Matt Sydal, actually. It's not bad, is it? It's maybe not the best score I've ever seen before, but it's not bad. I quite like it, actually. There's not a huge amount of choice still for some of the cores, to be honest. Sami Callihan's been a really difficult one. If you are out there and you are a very good core maker, which I know because some of you are, because I've had people comment on my videos before who have actually created some of the cores I'm using, then my request is Sami Callihan and the Chris brothers. That's my big request. That's what I want. Well, that's what PJTW want, because I want his brand, to be honest, but still. I'd love to get those. And now it's time for the glorious one. Glorious. I've actually got this song in my car. I've got like a CD with 2 songs in it. It's Finn Balor's entrance and Bobby Roode's entrance music. I'm getting a lot of the words wrong though. Problem is I can't quite hear it properly because I've got my TV down really, really low because the because if I put it up too high then it interferes with the microphone. Because obviously you're going to hear the audio twice, and I think the audio is delayed as well by 20 seconds on my computer. That's the little buffer zone, 20 seconds buffer between my PlayStation and the telly, my PlayStation and the PC. Sorry. So I'm probably really out of time. But there he is, then, the real Bobby Roode, the glorious one. Could you believe, right? This is something that's been going around. I'm sure a lot of you read this already, but the glorious gimmick was originally created for Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura rejected the gimmick, saying that it didn't suit him as a person. And the gimmick was then passed on to Bobby Roode. And my God, Shinsuke Nakamura is the saviour of wrestling, because that gimmick, he was right. That gimmick would not have worked for him at all. However, for Bobby Roode, this gimmick is absolutely perfect. It's absolutely spot on. It allows him to sort of push on with the whole Ric Flair-esque style that he's got. Glorious. He is pretty good. I'm disappointed with his main roster run so far, to be honest. It's not quite been as good as we sort of hoped it was going to be. But we're getting there. I think it's getting a bit more of a push now here and there. He was part of the Survivor Series team. He was part of various other things going on. Is he part of the United States Championship picture at the moment, I think, isn't he? So that'd be interesting as well. See if he can pull that one off. It'd be nice to see him get a bit of gold. I think if he got some gold, that would really be a great way to push him on as a heel champion. Maybe it goes to his head a bit, and because I've always said this about NXT, I don't understand why you take something from NXT that's working and then push on, put them on the main roster, and then change the gimmick. I was like, they've spent all this time developing the gimmick, developing the character, and then you put them on the main roster and change that. Why? What's the point in putting them in developmental for 2 years, developing that character, if you're just going to bloody change it when you put the main roster? It makes no sense. But there we go. There is your challenger. Everyone's favourite dealer, Matt Sydal. And of course, your champion from Ontario, from Toronto, Ontario. I don't even know if he's from Canada. He's from Canada. I don't know if he's from Toronto, Ontario, or whatever it is. Bobby Roode. Glorious. This is going to be a fun match. This is going to be a very differential in styles once again. So that's what Matt Sydal has handed in his Cruiserweight Championship for this opportunity. Is it going to be beneficial for him? Or is he become the first victim of the glorious reign of Bobby Roode? We find out now. The bell goes, we are underway. And straight away, Bobby Roode with a Northern Lights suplex. And Roode in control to start things off. And that's sort of what you'd expect. You'd expect Roode to take some sort of control. That's the sort of guy he is. His style. He likes to control the pace of the match. He likes to control his opponent. And you'll probably see that for a large portion of the match. However, Matt Sydal will have a momentum, really. That's what Matt Sydal is all about. He picks up momentum, is able to push forward and really get the crowd behind him. So it's going to be maybe a more of a quicker match for him. Whereas Bobby Roode will try and slowly dissect the body of Matt Sydal to the point where he is weakened enough to finish him off. Maybe go submission. Of course, he has used the crossface for a while in TNA. He's stalking Matt Sydal already. No way. What? How's he got a glorious DDT this early on? No, this is not going to be a squash, surely. No way. Oh, this is going to be painful. 1, 2. Oh, wow. Wow, Matt Sydal. That was painful. How? How have we had all these matches tonight be so amazing? And I'll let you into a secret. I put this match on slow momentum. All the rest of it on medium. This match was on slow momentum. I wanted to go the course, but that is shocking. How has that even happened? Wow, Matt Sydal. Matt Sydal. Dude. Wow, I'm so disappointed for you. That was terrible. That was like facing Brock Lesnar. I am so disappointed, to be honest with you. I am really disappointed. But as I've always said, I will only re-record a match due to a glitch or something majorly wrong going on. This match had neither of those things. Therefore, we stick with the result, and Bobby Roode is still your glorious champion. And Matt Sydal's got some serious thinking to do about what happened here this evening. Wow. And here we go, then it is main event time after that bombshell of that terrible championship match. We're going to have serious words, I think, backstage with Matt Sydal. PJ Tovey gave him the opportunity, and I really feel like he has not taken it, really. Not taken it at all. So, very disappointed. But it has given the opportunity for somebody else to win the Cruiserweight Championship. And that's exactly what's going to happen here in this match. First up, of course, it is Kushida, who defeated Lio Rush in the opening round. He looked pretty strong, actually. Of course, he lost yesterday on Octane. He lost yesterday on Adrenaline to Shibata. Before, of course, picking up this victory earlier on against Lio Rush. Which I'm happy to see. And he could potentially be a first man to hold a Cruiserweight Championship on 2 separate brands. Because, of course, he was the Octane Cruiserweight. Who held the Octane Cruiserweight Championship in the past, then? It was held by... Right, let me think about this. Kushida held it for a very short period of time before losing it to Mustafa Ali. Mustafa Ali lost it as well, didn't he, to... Who's our current Cruiserweight champion at Octane? I can't remember, to be honest. Our current Cruiserweight champion on Octane. I don't know what I'm trying to remember. I've got the documentation right here next to me. I'll just have a look, mightn't I? So... Current Cruiserweight champion is Hiromu Takahashi, of course. So Takahashi won the belt from Mustafa Ali, who won it from Kushida, who won it from Sin Cara, who won it from... See, that's the big question. Who held it before Sin Cara? I'm not sure, to be honest. I think so. I seem to recall Sin Cara winning the belt off of someone quite surprising, actually. Yes. But Desmond Xavier was number 2 in this match, of course. He defeated Rey Mysterio Jr. I don't know why I said it like that, to be honest with you. To get into this match. And he is very impressive, actually. Quite impressed with Rey. Now here, of course, here comes Trevor Lee. Well, what's supposed to be Trevor Lee anyway. Yeah, interest with Trevor Lee. He defeated Ricochet, which was massive. But then also proceeded to attack Ricochet after the match, which was An interesting thing, really. Maybe not necessarily what we're expecting from Trevor Lee here this evening, but definitely making his mark. Defeating Ricochet was a massive mark maker already anyway. But then to go on and attack him after the match, and it makes you wonder whether there's going to be any sort of retaliation from Ricochet to Trevor Lee. That's something that PJ Toby's going to have to look at, I suppose. So, of course, remember, this match is going to be elimination. So, it doesn't matter who gets the first pinfall, because you've got to pin everybody, basically. And, of course, here comes Low-Ki. And I must admit, from the offset of this match, I'm going to make Low-Ki my favourite to win this one. I feel like he's on a pretty good vein of form. A win against Samoa Joe yesterday in the main event of Adrenaline. Followed up by a win against Cedric Alexander earlier on this evening. I feel like Low-Ki could be our next Cruiserweight champion. And I think PJ Toby would be immensely happy about that. He's a big Low-Ki fan. I say he'd be immensely happy. He might not be, because I think he might actually want to use Low-Ki a bit higher up the card. But if there's anybody who would really take a better advantage of option C than Matt Sydal, then again, I think anybody could take a... I think James Ellsworth could have took a better option from option C than what Matt Sydal did. That was shocking. I'm so annoyed in that. I've been really building up to this match all night about how great it was going to be for Matt Sydal to go for the championship. And he barely lasted a minute. He barely lasted a bloody minute. Right. Well, I'm sure PJ Toby's never going to give an opportunity again. If that's the way he's going to act when he gets a big opportunity, I don't think he's ever going to get an opportunity again at that rate. He might be stuck back in that Cruiserweight Championship picture for the entirety of his career. But there it is then, the Adrenaline Cruiserweight Championship. The referee holds it up high, and we are ready to get underway. Kushida, Desmond Xavier, Trevor Lee, and Low-Ki. Fatal four-way elimination. So, of course, there's probably not elimination. There's probably not disqualification. There's definitely no countouts. And, of course, it doesn't matter who pins who the whole way through. It's all down to that last pinfall or submission. When we get down to the final two. And like I said before as well, Kushida's the only person in the past who has been a Cruiserweight champion. I don't think any of the guys have been champions still. Desmond Xavier and Low-Ki are on their debut season. Trevor Lee, this is his first season as a singles competitor. Last year in Season 2, he was very much a tag team competitor alongside Andrew Everett as part of Dynasty. Xavier there just spearing Low-Ki into the barricade. And a crucifix bomb on the outside, as well as Trevor Lee takes down Kushida, playing possum. Lee now sending Kushida off the ropes and catching him with that step-on dropkick. One of Trevor Lee's signature maneuvers, that one, as Low-Ki now taking control of Desmond Xavier on the outside, throwing him straight into the ring post, as Trevor Lee now heading up top. Trevor Lee's stalking Kushida, waiting for him to get back up to his feet. And dropping an elbow right on the top of the head, as Low-Ki now just demolishing Desmond Xavier on the outside. Kushida now underhook suplex. Low-Ki taking Desmond Xavier down. This is full count anywhere. It is full count anywhere. Okay. I'm learning about my. I set this match up. It's one of the match creative, of course, and I created this match a very long time ago. And I'm just remembering what the actual results, what the actual rules are. That's the word I'm looking for. So yeah, it is full count anywhere. So Low-Ki or Desmond Xavier could get eliminated on the outside. Nicely del Sol there by Kushida. Only for a 1 count though. But this is a good place for Xavier to be, I think, because Low-Ki is probably not going to be able to use his double foot stomp out here. Unless he wants to break both his ankles in the process. Kushida. Oh, here we go. Stalking Trevor Lee with that solid right. Oh no, Lee reversed it. What was that? What was Trevor Lee going? Trevor Lee went for like a running, shooting star press. of some sort, unless he just got hit with a clothesline and really oversold it. German suplex there by Kushida on Trevally, and once again, backing into that corner, looking for that strong right hand again. And hits it this time. Trevally drops like a sack of spuds. And Kushida not going for the pin though. Oh, because he hooks the leg into that package brainbuster. Again, they're not going for the pin. Why not? Or is it because Desmond Xavier's got low-key pinned here on the outside? One. Only a 1 count. Now Kushida wrenching back at Trevally with a reverse dragon sleeper hold. Oh, but Lee fighting back with those knees right in the head of Kushida. Xavier now taking low-key up. Into a brainbuster on the outside. Loki's in trouble here. I made Loki my favourite, which means he's guaranteed to lose. That's generally what happens on this game. Or maybe not. Package Michinoko driver there. In for the pin by Loki. 1, 2. Oh, it's only a 2 count. Well, Kushida had Trevor Lee pinned at the same time, but of course referee can only count 1 at a time. Kushida going for a butterfly there, but Trevor Lee able to reverse his way out. Xavier now taking... Oh, just dropped low-key back first across the top of that barricade. That looked painful. And another strong right hand. Trevor Lee sending Kushida right into the corner. As Xavier just sending low-key back first into that barricade once again. Trevor Lee taking Kushida up top now. What's Trevor Lee got planned? Taking Kushida up into a superplex. As low-key finally looking to be hulking up there on the outside. It's a 2 count by Trevor Lee on Kushida. Oh, wow. Low-key just lawn darted Desmond Xavier face first into the ring post. Nice jawbreaker there by Xavier before catching low-key with a dropkick in the knee. And now Xavier locking in that Rings of Saturn submission hold. We're going to see the first elimination in the match? No, we don't. We could do. Here's Trevor Lee going for the pin after that package brainbuster. 1, 2, and no again. Nobody wants to lose this one. Sydal on the outside there by Loki on Desmond Xavier. The referee's getting a real workout here today. 1, 2, again only a 2. Kick in the spine by Trevor Lee. And Loki is starting to take some control once again. Loki taking Xavier up into a vertical suplex on the outside. As Kushida blocking a suplex on the inside. Heel kick in the gut of Trevor Lee, but Lee catched him and sent him into the turnbuckle. Oh. Trevor Lee went after Kushida in the corner. Kushida moved out of the way. And there's the armbar. But of course it's a rope break straight away. Looks like I haven't turned rope breaks off on this this account yet. Kushida just stamping on the back of the arm of Trevor Lee. Now Lee slowly getting up to his feet. And there it is, the package brainbuster. Hooks the leg for the pin. And, oh, I was going to say Trevor Lee's eliminated, but he kicked out. And now low-key with a pin on Desmond Xavier on the outside. 1, 2, and 3. And there we go. Desmond Xavier has been eliminated. We are down to our final 3. Dragon suplex there by Kushida on Trevor Lee. And now we are down to 3. Low-key, Trevor Lee and Kushida. Now, unfortunately, Desmond Xavier has been knocked out, but of course she did get minus 10 points for losing this match, which simply means that Desmond Xavier has gone nowhere this episode, essentially. He gained 10 points to winning the opening match, and he lost 10 points for being knocked out of this one. So really, it's been a bit of a dull night for him. It's not the best tournament. It means really the people who lost in the first round are going to lose 10 points each. The people who won the first round but ended up in the final are going to end up with the same points they came in with. And the person who wins the tournament is going to end up with a metric butt ton of points. Now, I feel like Kushida versus Low-Ki could be the real amazing finish of this match. But they might have different ideas, really. Trevally might be able to squeeze this one through. If Trevally stays on the outside for long enough, then I would imagine that... Here we go. Package brainbuster there by Kushida on Low-Ki, but doesn't go for the pin. Why did you not go for the pin? Now he does. I think he decided to put away from the ropes to avoid a rope break. And Low-Ki's gone. We're down to a final two. It's Kushida versus Trevor Lee once again. This match has been going on for quite some time. Halfway through the match, these two guys have been battling. And now we're bounced down to the final two. Trevor Lee and Kushida. Both not the best cores in the world, in fairness. Wasn't really what I was hoping for. Oh, Trevor Lee. Deadlift German. This could be all, you know. 1, 2. And oh, it's only a 2. Only a 2. Trevor Lee bringing Kushida back up to his feet. Into the corner he goes. As Low-Ki's only just finally getting up to his feet. Lee hooking in the Tree of Woe, but Kushida fighting free. Jaw breaking out by Trevor Lee. Oh, and there it is. That running crossbody. But Lee struggling. He's taken a lot of damage in this match. Does go for a pin eventually, but it might just be a little bit too long. Oh, it was just about. Milliseconds difference there. Might have been enough to finish this match off. Both guys back up now. Kushida with the Sydal Soul. In for the pin. 1, 2. Oh, and again, it's only a 2, but so close to that 3. It's not going to be long before one of these two guys walks away here, Cruiserweight champion. Oh. There's that package brainbuster. Both guys using the same finisher maneuver. Trevor Lee having to drag Kushida away from the ropes. He was too close. I've got to take rope breaks off in this game because it is ruining the... it's ruined the fluidity of the match, isn't it? But it's still enough, and Trevor Lee is your Cruiserweight champion. Wow. Trevor freaking Lee. What a legend. I'm disappointed how bad the core is, though. I'm going to definitely find a better core ready for our first pay-per-view. Because, of course, Trevor Lee will end up defending that belt at that pay-per-view. I'm sure he will. As we see just a few of the highlights. Desmond and Xavier and Low-Ki. That battle on the outside was something special, wasn't it? But here we go. The moment we've all been waiting for. The crowning of the new champion. Is it that bad? It's not... Thing is, like I said, the attire's right, the hair's right, the beard's right. It's just the face just looks far too generic to me. I'll see if we can find a better one. If we can't, I don't think this is too bad. But I'm sure we can find something better. But there we go. Your winner and brand new Cruiserweight champion, Trevor Lee. And that is the end of tonight's special episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. Obviously, apart from the Adrenaline Championship match, because that was awful. Of course, if you have enjoyed it, please do hit a like and, of course, subscribe if you want to see some more. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow for our next episode of Carnage. Bye. The one, two,